this is flu season. And I actually floated a question, I think it was last week, on Facebook about how many people are actually going to get a flu shot and essentially how many of you actually get them every year. Now, I'll raise my hand and say this. I've never had a flu shot. I think I may have had the flu once or twice in my lifetime. Once or twice. Now, I've been told as a small child that I did have the flu. And that this is according to my parents, that I had gotten down, I was so bad that they actually had to take me to the emergency room and had to start pumping me full of glucose or something. That's the story that I've always been told. Otherwise, I've never actually had a hospital stay. Never been admitted to the hospital. So I believe that what I had probably about 7 or 8 years ago, was it was bad enough. I think it was the flu, or damn near close to it. It was one of the sickest times I've ever been from an actual sickness like a cold. It was rough. But I've never had a flu shot. Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any means. I wholeheartedly believe in vaccinations. Always have, and until there's evidence to prove to the contrary that they're safe, I always will be. Because all of this BS that has come up over the last 20 years about vaccines being linked to autism, that has already been disproven, and the doctor that came up with that crap lost his license and even admitted that he made it all up. But you still have celebrities out there. Jenny McCarthy, I think that's the one, that still believe that that her son's autism was caused by vaccines. She has no proof. None whatsoever. And there's also a lot of folks, and I use a lot in quotes. I don't want to be hyperbolic and paint this with a broad brush. And I know that you've seen this, but there are folks out there that believe that as soon as they get a flu shot, they come down with the flu. I believe the evidence points in the direction that that is not entirely true, that you do not get the flu from the flu shot or the flu vaccine. It is a very weakened strain that now, if you already have a compromised immune system, you're probably going to suffer from some flu-like symptoms for a day or two. But I don't believe that there's any real hard evidence that has shown anybody getting the flu shot and then coming down with full-blown raging flu and then dying. If I'm wrong, let me know. But as far as I know, I've never heard anything like that. So yesterday it came out that the FDA, the FUD, the food, it could be FUD, it's good food. The Food and Drug Administration approved a new single-dose flu medication that will treat people 12 and older who have had the flu for no more than 48 hours. Let me say that again. It is a new single-dose flu medication to treat people 12 and older who have had the flu for no more than 48 hours. So if you've come down with the flu and you've had it for a week, then this shot's not for you. I'm presuming, no, it's not a shot. I'm sorry, it's oral. Donovan learned to read. But I haven't shared that bit with you yet, but I knew it. It's called Baloxavir. I love these names, man. Baloxavir. Some of these names come straight out of science fiction books, I'm pretty sure. Baloxavir is sold by Genentech under the brand name Xofluza, spelled Xofluza. And it is the only single-dose oral medication approved to treat the flu, and it has been shown to significantly reduce the duration of symptoms. Availability should be within weeks. This announcement comes at the beginning of the 2018 to 2019 flu season, which we had the deadliest season in 4 decades last year, the 2017-2018 flu season, where more than 80,000 people died from the flu in the United States, and 900,000 were hospitalized, and this is according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Xofluza is the first new flu medication that has a novel proposed mechanism of action approved in nearly 20 years, and this is according to FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb. Quote, with thousands of people getting the flu every year and many people becoming seriously ill, having safe and effective treatment alternatives is critical. If patients see their doctors within 48 hours of symptoms onset, Genentech says one singular dose of Xofluza can significantly reduce the duration of flu symptoms. Dr. Rebecca Gee, Secretary of the Louisiana Department of Health, says, quote, although there is no substitute for the flu vaccine, we appreciate the development of any medication that assists in the treatment of influenza. These medications can be life-saving for those seriously ill, and the single dose makes it a much easier treatment to complete. Now, here's the rub. What's it going to cost you? The price will be $150 for a single dose. But the company says it plans to offer a coupon that will bring the price down to $30 for people with commercial insurance.